Have you ever watched a basketball game and wondered how much impact a player truly has on defense, even if they are not getting many steals or blocks? It can be tricky to quantify that hidden defensive effort. For most players, the range for defensive box plus minus, or DBPM, typically falls between -5 and +5. A DBPM of 0 signifies an average defensive player, while a positive value indicates above average defensive contribution, and a negative value suggests below average defensive contribution. DBPM estimates a player's defensive points contributed per 100 possessions above or below a league average player. It is calculated using box score statistics like steals, blocks, and defensive rebounds, but it also cleverly adjusts for a player's position and the overall performance of their team. This helps to give a more holistic view of their defensive impact, accounting for things like how well their team defends with them on the court versus off it. A higher positive number means a more impactful defender, while a lower negative number indicates a player who tends to hurt their team's defense. When you see a player's DBPM, you can use it to quickly gauge their defensive value. For instance, a player with a DBPM of +2.5 is considered a strong defender, while someone at -1.5 might be seen as a defensive liability. It allows you to compare players across different teams and roles, giving you a statistical snapshot of who is making a real difference on the defensive end. Just remember that it is one tool among many, and context always matters. It is important to remember that DBPM is part of the broader box plus-minus system, and while it uses box score stats, it does not just tally raw numbers. It uses a regression model to estimate a player's defensive contribution, making it a sophisticated measure beyond simple counting statistics. It offers a standardized way to evaluate defensive impact, especially for players whose defensive efforts might not always show up in traditional statistics alone. Ultimately, DBPM provides a valuable and quick reference point for understanding a player's defensive efficiency relative to the rest of the league. By knowing the typical range and what these numbers signify, you can better appreciate the subtle yet significant ways players contribute to their team's success on the defensive side of the ball, making you a more informed fan.